Right, hi. It's
very cold morning.
yeah, to say the least. We're on Skegness Sands, and we're going to do a video today on the van. We've had the van. How long have we had the van?
About 6 months now, isn't it?
About 6 months, isn't it? Where we've been on it?
Been to Wales.
Been to Wales, where we
Shropshire.
did what did we do? Wales. We went
All the way down the coast.
Yeah, all the way down the west coast, didn't we? All the way from basically from Chester, we followed the coastline all the way to Gower.
Yep.
So that was a long trip, where we've been to Shropshire.
Yep.
Shropshire Hills, and
Norfolk.
oh yeah, Norfolk was a fun one. That was a video clip that we put up, and we said we bottled it a bit because it poured a rain, and the forecast was dreadful, wasn't it?
The site was flooding, wasn't it?
The site was flooding, so we decided to
abandon
it. So that was that trip. We did the Peak District as well, didn't we? The South Peak District Trail.
Yeah, the Staffordshire bit.
Yeah. Anyhow, as I say, we've done 4 or 5 trips with the van now, so we thought probably time now for you to have a little look round the van.
Although it's very dirty.
Yeah, I'm afraid so. Apologies for the mess of the van, but as you'll see on our next video, we'll show you what this trip is. And we went through Boston and got a bit lost, and ended up all sorts of odd district roads, wasn't it?
Yeah, horrible roads.
Horrible roads, and we made a complete mess of the van, I'm afraid.
Yep.
Anyhow, what we'll do is I'll show you a little tour around the outside of the van, and then Jan will do a tour of the inside of the van. If you wonder what the barking is, we've got 2 little doggies who
They're getting angry, they want to go out.
Yeah, and they've just got up. Okay, so we'll start the video shortly. Okay then, so we're going to do a tour of our van. And we'll show you the outside, we'll show you the inside, we'll show you some of the things we've bought, some of the good things, some of the bad things, and hopefully you might enjoy our little tour. Right, we'll start with the van itself. It is a Auto Trail 2024 Auto Trail V-Line 360 Sport. It's our 7th van, and by far the best layout that we've had in any van, and that's our opinion anyway. So let's start with this side. It's got a side door on the passenger side. That's the first time we've had a door on the passenger side. I actually prefer it on the passenger side than on the driver's side. I don't know why, we just do. And we've got down here, that is the water inlet. Apologies for the dirt, explained that to you earlier on. That's the fridge vents, and when it's really cold we've got some blocks or some plastic covers you can put on the top of that. Up top we have the Omnistore awning, pull-out awning, 4 meters 20 I think it is. Moving around to the front of the van is one of our best ever buys. I certainly recommend this. It is a silver screen. This one I think is tailor-made. We put it on almost immediately that we arrive on site. It keeps the van cool in the summer and very warm in the winter. Also prevents condensation. We can, as I'll explain here, pull it down there and on the other side, so if we want to have some light during the day, we can do. So it's very useful. Right, move round to the side, and we've got the underslung gas. It's an LPG, and that's the outlet there in which you put in the gas. And next to it we've got the wheel. If I could open it, it's always a bit hard. There we go. It's got a shower outlet. They provide you with a shower head, which you attach to that. Great for cleaning wellies or anything like that, but we use it for washing the dogs if they've been particularly dirty, and it's worked perfectly. Next to it, we've got the electric hookup. This is our first problem area. This is the wastewater and fresh water. Now, you will see, if you look underneath, that we've actually got it strapped up with tie clips. When we went to Wales, this just snapped off. Now, I highly recommend everyone goes onto the Facebook site. There is a V-Line owners section on there, and all the people on there are fabulous. If you've got a problem, they'll answer it. And they said, oh God, loads of people have had problems with this. So their recommendation was to tie it up wherever you possibly can. So if it does come loose at the bottom end, which you can see, you won't lose the whole section. So that's that then. If we move up a little bit, that's the toilet cassette. I won't bother showing you. It's if you know anything about vans, it's just a typical cassette. On the top of the van, we've got a television aerial. A bit further on in the corner on the left there is our Wi-Fi, and moving around the back, the top there, we've got the rear view camera. And then it's the first thing you really notice about it. It hasn't got the barn doors. Instead of the barn doors, you've got a door that opens like a car boot. So I can open it for you if I can. There we go. Oops, the alarm's just gone off. Switch the alarm off. There we go. Right, so this is a big selling point for us. It's a nice boot in there, and we literally keep in all of our outdoor gear. We've got our mat for our pull-out awning, so we can put that on the floor. We've got our electric hookup. We've got the water. We've got our chairs. We've got our we've got extra pulls for the awning. That goes in there. We've got jerry cans, so we've got water if we need to do it by hand, and other bits and pieces that we use for outside. Absolutely stunning area for us. And there's a little hole there. Now occasionally, apparently, the boot can get a bit stuck. So from the inside, you can reach through, put your hand through there, and open the boot from the inside. Up here, I'll unzip it. You've got another space area, and in here you've got the awning pole. You've got some more chocks, and you've got space for odds and sods. Lovely bit of a space which we can utilise. Not easy closing things with one hand. Oops, a daisy. I'll put that away later. Right, just zip this up. Apologies if that's a bit right, so we're back to the side there. Okay, we'll move inside. Okay, so we've got here the gas outlet. If you want to have an outside barbecue, we don't really fry much. We're both trying to eat vegetarian or vegan, although we do eat chicken. So the idea of burgers and things don't really suit our style of eating. So we've not ever used this, but it's there for those who want to. You've got the electric hookup there. Sorry, you've got a step button there, and a light for some bizarre reason. This is something that we've added to it. We've just drilled in a bin there because there isn't anything in the van, and that's handy. And then at the side here, just press that, we've got an extension for the kitchen. So I'll just shut that down. Down the side here, we've got, you can just see there, attached to the seat belt, we've got these leads. So as soon as we arrive on site, we just put the dogs on it, let the dogs straight out, and it saves the hassle of putting harnesses on them and putting hooks in the middle of the grass. So we find that one very useful. Right, if we come inside then, I'll just do a couple more things before I let Jan take over. This is the table. Now, I'll just put it into a wide angle. The table that comes with the van, we didn't find very good, did we?
No.
It's
cumbersome.
Cumbersome to say the least, yeah. It had a leg which didn't fold, it was heavy. It was attached to the bar at the back, which was a bit of a pain as well to try and undo. And quite frankly, we didn't think we were going to use it. So we tried to use the table that comes with the van.
The outdoor table.
The outdoor table. Well, you can't use it indoors because you can use it down the bottom there, but of course we always eat here. So we thought, well, okay, there's a pole that comes with it. So we tried it there with the pole, but it was far too high. So we thought, oh well. But on the outside, in the boot, there is a tripod, which you can see there, black, and another leg, which is used for outside. So we used that, and it's a perfect height. So we've got the tripod leg, the tripod, and the table, and we keep that there. And when we travel, we just put the table away, fold up the tripod, put the tripod leg in the cupboard, and we've got that area to the right here where the dogs are. And the dogs are strapped in with these. Moving around a little bit, this is the front of the van. It's the typical what's the make again, John?
Fiat Ducato.
So it's Fiat Ducato, and there's nothing different there. It's a 2024 edition. The only thing I'd say is that it's an ex-Zenit Xent system. We've not had any problems. Some people have, but if you go into that little cubby hole there are some wires. If you pull out one of the wires, it's got the grey connection and an end to it. If you plug that into your iPhone, it goes straight into CarPlay. You can't use your iPhone with that system wirelessly or Bluetooth, but you can if you put that wire I've just showed you in. The front there we have our Pocket, DJI Pocket, which I use when we're traveling just to show you the route. And on the side here, which I can't see because the dog is in the way, we've got a side one which Jan uses when she wants to look out and take photos of the side view of our travel. Up top we have a nice ideal little spot here for putting our wallets and bits and pieces. We've got a couple of areas there for putting things. I've got a to-do list which you write down all the things you've got to do before you leave, and you pull across the little peg things. Oops, a daisy. Like I've done at the top there, and we'll do that before we go away. We've got another pocket at the side there, and another pocket at the side there. Lastly, before I pass you on, we've got the electric system. This is the auto trail electric system. Let's switch the light on so we can see. The top left hand button, is the on-off system. The middle button, strangely enough, that one there, switches the lights on at the back of the van, which is quite bizarre. If you're lying in bed and you want to switch the lights off, you've got to get up and switch this off. The bottom one is the pump, obviously if you want to use the any water. Top right is the outside light for the awning, and the middle one scrolls through all the things that are on the screen there at the moment, telling us that we've got 25% fresh water left. It says 0% wastewater, but I think the sensor's gone on that. Moving across here, this is your heating and water system. You wave your arm across here, it switches it on. The left one's the heating one, and you can increase the temperature by doing the plus or the negative. The right hand side one, which is on, means it's on electric. 3 lights means it's got 2000 kilowatts. 2 and 1 I think is 15 and 1 kilowatt. On the left of that is the gas one, which if you wanted to use gas either with or instead of electric, you can use that. On the right hand side is the hot water, same principle. You've got the plus and the minus setting, and you've got the gas and the electric setting. Right then, John, if you can show us the rest of the things about the van. Oh, sorry, I've got one final thing I hadn't mentioned to you. Underneath the table, we've got our jackery, which we carry with us all the time. It fits beautifully in that corner. Great if you're off grid, which we have never been off grid, but if we ever did, it's very useful. But it's great when we stop off somewhere for a bit of toast or a cup of tea. You just plug it into the jackery. To the right of that is a folding box we got from Amazon, which fits beautifully in that corner, and we put in all our dog leads and harnesses and bits and pieces. Isn't that right, Bertie? Yeah. And then down here we've got our dog bowl, which is very useful. It's got a floating base so that water doesn't flood out onto the floor when you're traveling. And it took a while for you doggies to get used to it, but you find it fine. Okay, Jan, if you'd like to explain the rest of the van for me.
Alright, above the table is 2 storage boxes, 2 cupboards. At the moment with this one we've got our like condiments and bits and pieces in there, and paper towel, because we haven't found yet where to put a paper towel properly, so it goes in there, but it fits nice and snug in there. This one we've got our crockery and glasses. We've also got this, which all the plates fit into. We got it from Amazon. It folds up flat, but it was quite good. It holds everything really tight. It's got like a Velcro cover to it. It's like sort of like carpet felt almost, but it works really well, and nothing rattles in there. I've got loads of these everywhere you'll see around, which I use to put in things so it stops things rattling. My bonus is lots of microfiber covers are really good. You can get them cheap from the cheap sort of Poundland and places like that, and they come in useful even just for mopping up bits and pieces if you need to very quickly. This is a cup tray. We've had this for years. We've had it in our other vans as well. Just about fits in here, but it's good for holding 4 cups and the glasses, and again it's really solid. Nothing moves in there when you're travelling. We've got a cover here for the dogs when we're travelling. that goes across, and they're sitting there with their harnesses and these on, and that works really well. It means that keeps the covers clean, because they're not being light cover, they're going to get really mucky with the dogs all the time. Under here, I'll take that away, is storage as well. There we go. It's, well, at the moment we've got our water bottles, dirty water, a dirty clothing bag, bits and pieces in there, and that's the Solbio bottle as well. For the, we were underneath it, we've got a hot pot, electric hot pot, which we've started using, which is quite useful, and the air fryer, which again is something that we've brought in, and it's useful when we're cooking.
And there's still space in the top here for your little Hoover thing, isn't there?
Yeah, I've got a little USB Hoover I got from Amazon, and it's brilliant. It really is a very powerful tool, and it works. It does the carpets and everything. When you want a quick clean up, it does it really well.
And that little white bag in the corner, you know, I explained to you about the wastewater and freshwater taps falling off. Well, that's spare ones. So if it happens again, we've got some spares. Jan, about this?
That's just you found that, didn't you?
Yeah, I got that from Amazon.
When we're sitting here, so that if we do happen to knock things, the cups and the glasses fit in there while we're eating. It means it stops things falling around, and it's just basically put anything in there, little bits and pieces that we're trying to hold that we don't want nowhere else to put. Over here we've got the cooking area. You've got the sink. I've got a small bowl at the moment. I'm looking for a bigger one to fit it. Standard bowl. It works all right. The heating system's really good. The water heats up very, very quickly. And these two things on the top are silicone pads. They just stick to the glass, but it means if you've got anything hot like saucepans or anything off of the hob, you can put on there and you know it's not going to damage the glass. We've got electric kettle here. There's an electric point here, there, so that's quite useful for the electric kettle. Or we use, if, as Dave said earlier on, if we're stopping somewhere, we use the jackery. This is the hob. Got 3-ring hob. Works standard ignition, and the turn on there, the taps. Really good, very, very effective, very, very strong. It's good for simmering things as well. It's got a good simmering system on it. I put this on it, just a little old bar towel, because when we're travelling, sometimes the glass moves a bit, and I don't want it to crack. So I thought by having the towel underneath it, it's going to stop it from banging onto any of the metal that's underneath. The cooker, more microfiber towels. Cooker is you've got 2 shelves, or your basin. You've got it comes with a grill pan, which I think we've used once. But I put all these microfiber towels again, so anything that's in here doesn't rattle when you're travelling, because I hate rattle noises when we're travelling. So that works really well. Again, I've got the air fryer things as well, the air fryer papers as well in there, so everything stores in there. Really good. As I say, I've got loads of these microfiber towels everywhere. Not only do they stop things rattling, they also are good for mopping things up quickly if you need it,
especially when you got doggies.
Yeah. Underneath the hob and the sink are 2 storage cupboards. One on the right is quite a big cupboard. Got 2 shelves there, plus this big area down the bottom. So if you've got anything big to put in, you can put in there. At the moment, we use it for storage because we're only travelling for 2 or 3 days or so. We use that to store our muddy boots if they get really muddy. Underneath here is also a cutlery drawer. I must say I'm not impressed with that very well. It's not very big. So if you've got anything that's slightly big, it doesn't fit in. Forks just about fit in, but the knives, I've had to put them in shelf where you'd have your like utensil things, because they won't fit in. Look, a bit silly. If it had been made another couple of inches or even another inch and a half, it would have been fine. So it just seems like a man didn't decide that one. They decided it without thinking about what you put in it. The other cupboard underneath, we put our cookery stuff. We've got the saucepans, I've got the toaster, we've got a gas kettle if we need it, if we haven't got the electrics at times. And underneath that is this is the saucepans. They all a typical camping set that will fold up, which is useful. Puts them away. This is called a daily hot and fresh casserole pot. It looks like an ordinary casserole pot. You don't cook in it, but what it is, it's a thermos flask thing. So if you're cooking things on the hob or in the oven and you want to cook something else and you want to keep that warm, stick it in there. It keeps it warm for up to 4 hours, which is really good. We use it quite a bit when we're cooking bits and pieces. I found that really useful. It wasn't very expensive. Again, another Amazon find. I saw it in one of the camping magazines. Somebody else recommended it. So it's got various sizes. This is the medium one. There's a smaller one and there's an even bigger one, but that one's fine for us.
Also down here underneath the toaster, there's a yellow button. You can't actually see it. You can just about see it, orangey yellow button, and that's for
draining down, isn't it?
For draining down the boiler, which everyone should do in winter if they're not using the van, or even if they are using the van and it's going to be cold. It might be worth them draining it down.
Right, take it away.
While John's putting it away, I'll just say there's a nice little handy shelf at the back of the cooker here, which we keep the
antibacterial fluid and the washing up liquid.
3 little torches for when we go out,
nighttime walks.
And our favourite little thing
are these magnets. Little magnet hooks. Again, Dave saw these in another magazine people were recommending. Little magnets with the hooks. And if you want to dry things, if it's a nice day and you want to dry like tea towels and things outside, you put your tea towel up with against the bonnet, the metal of the bonnet, and they will dry. And it's really good. They hold on and you can dry them, so it's like a little drying area.
Yeah, pack 10 if I remember, it's about £10. Not a lot
it's
of
about
money.
a pound a piece.
Yeah, about a pound.
But they're really useful. They're really useful. I do recommend getting some of these silicone pads to put things on. So make sure, because I'm always dubious about the glass. I know you can put hot things on the glass, but I always think you should. I think this just is an extra precaution.
You've added a little hook up there, haven't you?
Yeah, these are little plastic hooks. You can peel them off. They don't damage the wood. A microwave, 800 watt microwave, really good. Standard Russell Hobbs. It's a turntable one. I've got all my storage things in for the microwave in it. I just keep it in there and that wedges it while we're travelling. Very easy to use. Got your power, start, just choose what you want, what power, turn it round, press the start button, it works.
We use it all the time, don't we?
Yeah.
We're not a connoisseur cooks, are we?
Well, we haven't got time in here, have you? So that's the thing. Don't want to spend hours cooking in here.
Well, you cook quite a lot at home, don't you?
Yeah, and bring it with me.
Bring it with you, and certainly for the first night when you don't want the hassle of cooking, just put it in the microwave to reheat.
Yeah.
On the end here, you've got the 2.
It's the smoke alarm and the carbon monoxide.
Yeah.
And you should, in theory, test these, but I don't know if you've done that lately.
I tested it a while ago.
Right.
Just before Jan goes on to mention that, we're approaching the toilet area now. Nice door. Actually, the door opens like that, so you've actually can split up the living area from the dining area. So if one person wants to get changed privately in one area, they can do. There is towel hooks here and a towel ring there. we've added a couple of extra hooks up the top there as well. Inside the toilet area, it's a fabulous toilet area. It's really big, a lot bigger than the one we had in the Pilote. And the Pilote was a 7.5 metre motorhome. I'll just come in and sit down and show you the inside of it. Yeah, we've got up the top of there, I've put an extension rod. We've got a couple of these hooks which we bought, a pack of these hooks, and we just hang anything up that needs drying. I tell you what, it's like a drying room, this. It's so warm when you've got the heating on. You've got the shower curtain, which goes around there, as you can see, all the way around. Some people don't like shower curtains because they do stick to you. To be honest, we've not used the shower yet. We tend to stay on site and just use those. But people who want to shower in the van, I think it's perfectly okay. Then we come to the sink. We've got these two hooks here because, again, the V-Line Facebook site recommended putting hooks there, because when you travel, this is only a magnet and sometimes it flops open, so they recommend putting a couple of hooks up there to stop it from coming open. This is the sink, perfectly good. Hot water tap, water drips into the drip tray at the bottom there, which is very useful as a space saver. And you've got a perfectly good area with which to put your knickknacks. Some people have put across here a bar to stop this from falling out, but we're not bothered because everything in there is, when we travel, this is locked, and therefore it doesn't come out. And when we're stationary, well, it won't come out. But everyone to their own ideas. A bit lower there again, we've got storage area. Not the cleverest of ideas from Auto Trail, which is why we put these extendable bars across to stop anything from falling out. We've also added a few extra hooks here, again just to hang anything up. Perfectly good toilet area as far as we're concerned. Right, John.
Okay, the top cupboard here is the wardrobe. Quite spacious. Get quite a bit in it. We've got bits and pieces, but you can get coats in it. It's long enough for coats, trousers or everything like that. Underneath we've got our boots, at the moment our walking boots.
We'll put a tray in the bottom as well.
Yeah, for
again,
any water or anything comes off the boots. But yeah, it's quite spacious. It's easy to use. The hangers, I'll just take one off to show you. It's got a snap open, so that before we used to have those ones on and they fall off. So the snap hook keeps the hanger in place. Again, bought those from Amazon. The pole for the tables in here, if you the old other table that we don't use, and you've also got these are the poles for the
if you take those out, I'll show you the bed later.
So they store in there. Underneath the wardrobe is the fridge. Fairly good size fridge. It's got a good size freezer. Get quite a bit in there. You've got two shelves. You've got the top shelf and the bottom shelf in the door, and then there's two shelves plus a salad box in the main compartment. Pretty space. You can get quite a bit in it. Deceives. I'm quite good at storing things in it, getting it all in. But yeah, that's all right. It works off of electric, gas, or 12 volts, so it's quite good.
12 volt only when you're driving.
So that's quite good.
On the side here we've got some maps which we put up. This one here is a Great British Outdoors. It's a scratch map. It's got all the national parks and area of outstanding natural beauty, as they used to be called. I think they've got a new name now. And when we visit the place, we scratch it off. A bit further down there, we've got another scratch map, and this is the counties of Britain. And as you can see, we've visited most of the counties in our van over the last 3 years. South England's a bit devoid at the moment, so that's possibly a tour next year. And on this side here, we've got yet another map, and this one in yellow, if you can see it, indicates the bits of coasts that we visited. We would like to tour the whole English or British coast,
mainland coastline.
Mainland coastline, sometime during our life. So this map just helps us to see which areas we're missing. A little life is better with a dog. Got some more hooks up there, and these are, for us, are quite cute. You've got this magnetic board, which just sticks to the wood. It doesn't. It peels off quite easy. And whenever we go somewhere, we buy a fridge magnet and put them on the thing, just to show us where we've been. Right, Jan. Okay. Cupboards.
All right. So there's 6 storage cupboards all the way round. 2 fairly big ones, each side. They're just like for my clothing and bits and pieces.
Jan has 2 cupboards.
Oh, this one's bits and pieces, more other things as well. So there we go. Just in here is the Wi-Fi unit, which we use, and it's really good Wi-Fi. Plus along here is...
That's the aerial booster, which is on at the moment, and that seems to work very well. For the TV, which is in this corner here. The 2 back cupboards, we again are quite deep. They slant down though, so you have to be aware of that. So this is just sort of bits and pieces, and our books are kept in there. This one is the towels and bits of linen and stuff that we want, and some leads and things that we want to keep, so we know where they are. Most important cupboard in the place.
This is the doggy food hole. It's a bit too much food there for them, but
we put them in boxes just to seal them up and
keep them fresh while we're travelling. Yeah. But yeah, they're all in there. Then
it's my cupboard.
Dave's got a cupboard here for his
we like these bags. Get them from Amazon. Essentials. You get a pack of 5 for about a tenner.
Folding socks and underclothes.
Socks and underclothes. Yeah, great. My hats.
And then the last one I've just got is some cleaning gear. It's the smallest of all the cupboards along here, and it basically, I've got all my cleaning bits and pieces in that I need when we're travelling. There's lights underneath, isn't there? There's spotlights in each corner, and you can move them. There's one in each corner. There's a USB there. The only thing I would say to you is don't use it at night, because if you're sleeping this way, you've got a blue light in your face. So I tend to turn it off at night. We've got an Alexa Dot, which is just about to come on because I've just said her.
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
There you go. So that's it, and that's brilliant. It works really well in here with the Wi-Fi. It seems to be a very good system. Right, bed.
Yep. Okay, I'll back out, and I suppose the only problem you got with the camper van is that you can't get 2 people past here at the same time.
It's a little bit narrow.
But you'll get used to it. Okay, I'll talk about the bed setup and the lounge. This is our lounge area, which we use an awful lot in the evening. We spend most of our time while we're travelling in this bit here. We eat here, we have all our meals here. But when we want to relax, we can relax in this area here. Now, we've removed quite a few things. It comes with cushions. It comes with this one here, and the one that goes along the top, which we've removed. It comes with a side cushion, a back cushion, a side cushion, another cushion there, and another one on the top. So what we've done is removed everything except this one here and this one here, which I'll show you in a minute, makes the bed. At the back, we've got our two pillars, which we use to relax on, and the two blue pillars in the corner, and they are provided by either Auto Trail or Brownhills.
It was Auto Trail.
It was Auto Trail. Now the reason that we've removed them all is to make life easier when we do the bed. To make the bed then, we've got these poles here, and they fit in. You can probably see, well, there's a little outlet there, and one the other side, and this pole fits in there, and likewise on the other side. You then pull out from both sides the bed like that. Those cushions there and there fit on there, and so we don't have to remove anything else. In the past you would have to remove all the cushions that I explained that we had. We then get this bed here, which is a duvet, and we move it across that way, and we get the other duvet and move it across that way. If you're wondering why we don't sleep with them like that, they're not long enough. Jan's 5'8", I'm 5'10". That's about 170, 75, and this is only 150 long. So we've tried sleeping with it long ways, but it's a bit cramped. If you're smaller than 5'3", you're probably all right. But if you're larger than 5'3", you're gonna have to sleep sideways. There's a shelf at the back which we use to put all our things on. So that's the bedding system. As I say, when we sit here during the day, we've got a nice lounge area to sit on and a nice TV. So I think that just about covers. Oh, there's a cupboard here which we unlock, and that's where the table goes. So I believe that is the main part of the tour over. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you're either thinking of buying an auto sleeper, or if you're buying any Auto Trail, sorry, ooh, naughty me, Auto Trail, or if you're just thinking of buying a camper van and wondering how you stock it, then I hope this has been some help to you. It'd be nice if you put a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and it would also be really nice if you could subscribe to our channel. We're relatively new to this. We've only done 10 or so videos, so we're just building up our channel. The more subscribers we get, the more people that might be interested in what we do, we might put up more videos. So we'll leave you there. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and bye from me.
Goodbye from me.
And bye from the two doggies, one in the corner there and one there. See you on our next journey.